Hello everyone, welcome to today's video and welcome to Farndown in Dorset. I read about this on the internet a little while ago. The big question about this sign is, wouldn't it make more sense for this sign to be half a mile further up the road? I mean, until you almost reach Ringwood, which as the sign says is 5.5 miles away, any traffic going to any of these places are most likely to be going the same way. If the sign was half a mile further up the road, all of those halves wouldn't need to be there. So why isn't the sign half a mile further up the road?
Let's go for a walk half a mile up the road to see if there could be a reason.
You may have noticed when I was showing you the sign that this is the A347. My understanding of the history of this road is it's part of an old route to Bournemouth if you're coming from the north or east. But when Bournemouth expanded in the 1930s, the A338 was built to cope with the traffic. Apparently, the A347 is mostly used by local traffic nowadays, as it's not generally a very direct road. Although looking at a map of the area, it looks like it could still be a good way of going to and from Poole. So here we are. Half a mile up the road is this junction with Golf Links Road. I reckon this is very likely to be one reason the sign isn't half a mile further up the road than it is. To be honest, I'm not sure how accurate the mileage needs to be on the mileage signs. When I was researching, I saw something that said 90%, but I can't deny I feel that doesn't seem very accurate, because assuming the sign that exists is 100% accurate, and Winchester is exactly 34.5 miles, that sign could in theory say anything from about 31 to 37 miles, which feels a lot. Also, 90% of 5.5, which is what it is for Ringwood, is 4.95 and would allow a 1.05 difference. So 5 or 6 could work, and all of those halves could in theory not be there even where the sign is currently located. Assuming that 90% is right though, and the middle of this junction is exactly half a mile from the sign that exists, I think there's plenty of room for a 5 miles to Ringwood sign just before or just after this junction, considering I've just walked half a mile to get here, and 90% of 5 is exactly half a mile. Let's go a lot tighter though, and say it has to be 99% accurate, as I also for some reason highly doubt they would require it to be 100% accurate. That would mean a sign here that says 5 miles to Ringwood would have to be within 0.05 miles, which times that by 2 to 0.1, as it would be 0.05 each side. I'm 6'4", and after a bit of rough calculation, I would say that's about 84 times the length of me lying down. I think considering the level of traffic, I won't put any lying down to the test, but at a bit of an educated guess, I still wouldn't have said this junction is as wide as that, even if you include the little slip roads. Let me know in the comments if you know how accurate mileage signs should be. Where I parked the car was between the sign and the junction, and after getting back into the car, I drove past the junction with Golf Links Road. Another challenge with having a mileage sign around here might be that there is a roundabout not very far past the junction. However, I still would have said there's potentially plenty of room depending on how accurate the sign has to be. If seeing this sign and the area is now a big dream of yours, the sign didn't seem very close to a railway station, but if you do wish to come to the area by public transport, the nearest stations are probably Bournemouth or Christchurch. Although I didn't film it, I did see a bus that said Ringwood on the front, and research of the area did seem to tell me that there are also buses close by that go to Bournemouth, Poole and Wimborne. To eat near here, you can't beat a KFC, which is located just before the road sign, although it didn't look very open on the day that I was here. There did seem to be some other pubs and restaurants in the area as well, so you should find if you are looking for something to eat in the area, it shouldn't be too difficult. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.